with this new one I put on. It's a lot quicker and lighter. It's not so big as the previous one. Okay, where are we starting now with the physics? Yeah, where are we starting? Kirchhoff. Good old Kirchhoff. Do you like him yet or not? No? No? Alright. Which one do you want me to do? 2 and 3. Yeah, okay, 2 and 3 is a bit weird. Weird looking. Okay, so Kirchhoff number 2. Now I tell you that E1 is 6 volts and E2 is 12 volts, and resistor 1 and resistor 2 are both 1 ohm, and the big resistor is 10 ohms. Okay. Do you all have that there? That picture? Can you all see it? Yeah? Let's do a quick drawing here. It's my first time using this fresh installation. Okay. So you've got 10 ohms. How much is E1? 6 volts, is it? And then this guy here is 1 ohm. And then here, this is 12 volts, is it? Okay, and then the other fella is 1 ohm. And what I'll do is I'll call this current here I1. Then it goes along and splits I2 and then I3. Okay, let's use our junction law here. So junction law says I1 minus I2 minus I3 equals 0. Now is that part okay, Siva? Are you sure? Yeah. Which loop do you want me to take? Your choice. 6 volt upper loop maybe, huh? I drew my currents the wrong way. Sorry, rewind. Well, not that there's nothing wrong with what I did, but I just know it'd be easier if I instead call this fella I1, because that's the biggest one. And call this guy I2. And then they combine up here to make I3. So now I get I1 plus I2 minus I3 equals 0. Now, let's start with the 6 like you said. So that would be 6 minus 10I3 minus 1I2 equals 0. Yeah? And then, what loop will we do next? The 12? We could have 12 minus 10I3 minus 1I1 equals 0. Is that okay? Yeah? I'm going to multiply this by 10. So I'll put it in blue. These are my equations. 10I1 plus 10I2 minus 10I3 equals 0. Then the second one is minus I2 minus 10I3 equals minus 6. And then the last one is minus I1 minus 10I3 equals minus 12. Now I can subtract these two and I3 cancels. I can subtract these two and I3 cancels. So subtracting the first two, I'll have 10I1 plus 11I2 equals 6. And then the second two, I'll get I1 minus I2 minus 6 minus 12 is 6. Okay. Now I'm going to multiply this guy by 11. So, actually I think I can just put it in here. 11, 11, and then 66. Then I'm going to add these together. So that'll be 21I1 equals 72. Yeah? So, can someone hit that in for me? What's I1 here? If we type in, let's see, there it is there. So, if you put in 72 over 21, what do you get?
24 over 7.
When is the decimal?
3.14.
Okay. Now, my original question was, what is the voltage here in the voltmeter? So if I use my VIR, I can say that V equals, I have to find I3. I thought it was I1. Okay. So I'm not quite finished. Right, I put my I1. Oh look, this is not so bad. This can give me the I3 easily enough. So I can get 10 I3 equals 12 minus I1, which is, so George, can you just type in 12 minus the answer you just got previously?
8.57.
And so if I divide by 10, that's 0.847? 57. That's the I3. Right, now I can get my voltage. V equals I, or, so I'm multiplying by 10 again, so I'm back to 8.57 volts, which is the correct answer. Good, still recording. I like Kirchhoff. Why don't you like Kirchhoff? No, everybody should love Kirchhoff. Okay, got that? Got that, Siva? You sure? What do we need to see next?
3.
Sure, but before I do 3, I want everybody to just write down the 3 equations, because I'm confident that you can do this. You need to believe in yourselves. So, 3 equations for number 3. Aoife, do you have one of the equations?
Yeah.
Which one have you got? Junction or loop? Loop 1, okay. Which loop did you go for?
3 minus 100I1
Mhm.
plus 200I2.
Right, let's have a look. Which is the tree here? The upper one, is it? So you said 3 minus 100I1 plus 200I2? I think that should still be a minus. Are we moving in the right direction for R2? Would you say? Because you're moving left and the current is moving left. I think so, right? Let's see. 3 minus 100I1 minus 200I2. Okay. George, do you have an equation?
The same one.
Okay. Nobody wants to do the junction one, yeah. Kim, you got an equation? You have an equation?
What is that? 200I2 minus
Yes.
minus 3.
Minus 3?
Which one?
Oh, this one here?
No, I mean the other one, or should I correct the equation?
I think this one's okay.
Yeah.
So if you can give me another equation.
200I2
200I2
minus 3
minus 3. This is looking like this one. Go on, yeah?
plus 4.
Plus 4. So which way did you start? You started at the middle.
And going down
Left or right?
left side.
You went left.
Yeah.
You said minus 3 plus 4. I think you have them backwards. Plus 3 minus 4. And then the last one is plus 300I3. Yeah? Go on, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Oh, I don't know why it's minus 3 plus 4.
Yeah, the plus 3 here is because you're moving in the battery, you're moving in the cell the right way, the correct way. So you gain 3. Whereas in the one at the bottom, you're pushing in the wrong, oh, I'm sorry, I'm very, very sorry. The one at the bottom is plus as well, thank you. Because you're moving in the right way for this one as well. Yeah, it's because it's underneath, it looks upside down, but it's actually not. You're moving in the right way. Okay. That was sneaky. Right, George, you have a third equation?
I can't get the junction.
You can't get the junction. Andak, do you have the junction rule?
I needed the first equation.
What's so confusing about the junction rule here now?
I1
Yeah,
minus I2
yeah.
plus I2
Ooh.
minus
I3 is coming out of the junction.
yeah minus I2 from here.
Yeah. Why is this so hard? What's happening in your brains? What's confusing you? Why is this hard is my question. I really want to know. I really want to know. Tell me, what's going on up here that's making this hard? There must be something.
Can we use 4 minus 300I3?
That one actually would be a plus if you're heading to the right, you're going the wrong way. Yeah. I don't quite have my answer yet. Siva, what's happening in your head that makes this tricky?
Nothing.
Uh,
Exactly what's tricky.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't get the first one.
You got the second one?
Yeah, but I don't know what happened with first.
The first one, what did Siva do? She started at the tree. So if you look here, here's a little picture here. I think she started here, wasn't it, Siva?
Yeah.
And then you went up, and you lost voltage here. So that's the minus. And then you lost voltage here. And then you're back at the start. Are we okay? 100 I1 plus 200 I2 equals 3. Bum, bum, bum. 200 I2 plus 300 I3 equals minus 7. And then I1 minus I2 minus I3 equals 0. Right, I will... Oh, big numbers. Oh. Yeah, what do I cancel here? I2, yeah. So I'll have to multiply that by 2, keep that the same, and multiply that by minus 200. So now I get 200 I1 plus 400 I2 equals 6. And then here it's 200 I2 plus 300 I3 equals minus 7. Then it's 200 I1 minus plus 200 I2 plus 200 I3 equals 0. Let's see now. I shall minus 200 I1 minus 200 I... What the fudge? Sorry. Excuse my language. This should have been 1, because I already had 200 here. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. 3, 2, 1. Okay, take 2. 100 I1. I2's cancel. Minus 300 I3 equals 10. 200 I1. I2's cancel. Plus 300 I3 equals minus 7. That's actually nice because I can add these together and get 300 I1 equals 3. So I1 is 3 over, so that's 1 over 100, so that's 0.01 amps. What is that? I think that you could say is 10 milliamps. How did I write the answer? What? That's not right.
How did we get that 10?
Is 10? 3 minus 7? Yeah. I'm off, my answer's off by 0.1. So I made a small mistake somewhere. Bum, 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 bum. Kirchhoff, you're supposed to be my friend. Do 100 I1 cancel minus 300. 200 I1. Ah, here's my mistake here. Look, 300 I3 minus 200 I3. 300 minus 200. Yeah, so that should have been a 100 there. So I just scratch out these last 3 lines here. Right, what's the best way to put these together to cancel? I'll need to multiply that by 3. So now I get 100 I1 minus 300 I3 equals 10. 200 I1 plus 300 I3 equals minus 21. Now I'll add them. 300 I1 equals minus 11? Is that right? 10 minus 21?
Negative.
Negative 11, isn't it? Okay. What's 11 over 301? It's going to be pretty small.
0.0365.
Ah, flip, that's not right either. Goodness! Disgraceful. Ah, Stephen, another mistake. Oh, this is a disaster. I forgot 200 by 3. That should have been 600. Ah, flip's sake. Can you try 11 divided by 700 now?
0.0157. Another number.
Flip, 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 flip. That's also flipping wrong. Say it again. What is it?
0.0157.
Flip's sake. Why'd you ask me to do this one, Siva? Right, so obviously this has turned into a disaster of so I'm very worried now that my equations are wrong at the beginning as well. So I'm going to ask the calculator to solve the 3 equations to see if I get the answers here. Flip, flip, flip. Right. Mode 53. Okay, so what have we got? Where's our equations? There they are there. 100, 200, 0, 3. No, that's the wrong mode. Mode 52. 100, 200, 0, 3. 0, 200, 300, minus 7. 1, minus 1, and 0. First answer. Hey, my answer here is right, which makes me think my answer in the book is wrong. I wonder why nobody noticed that last year.
There's no one fault though.
Yeah, possible. It's possible. Okay, so I won. So I'm right. Fantastic. It's minus 11 over 700. And then you get the I2 by subbing that in. Where would you sub that in? Actually, you could probably put in here to get I3 next. And then you get I2 at the end. 4 over 175. And then I3 minus 27 over 700. But were my students last year bad students and didn't do it? Or did I make a mistake here? 3, correct. Minus 100 I1 minus 200 I2. 200. Who gave me this one? Oh! This one. Oh, this one's wrong. There should have been a minus here, because you lose voltage when you go through the middle resistor. There should have been minus 200 there.
I have a minus in my book.
Why didn't you tell us?
I was wrong.
You were right all along. If I change this to minus 200, I get the answer in the book. Yeah. Well, so that means all of this is now, well, you know what the deal is. This error has carried all the way down. Very sad. By 2. Double sad. Oh, that's life and it sucks sometimes. I don't think you want to do this one again, do you? No. What have we learned? Double check your equations before you start. That's what we've learned. Oh well. Okay, what's next now? Go ahead, Kim, yeah? No? You've no problem with the electricity? We can go back to any lesson you want. You won't break my heart if you don't have any problems. No? That either means you're geniuses or not doing homework. Geniuses!
I have all of them marked as done.
The electricity isn't too bad, it's not like the mechanics, so
And it's ETA.
the Kirchhoff one, yeah. I wanted to do, yeah.
Back to Skirtle soon.
Well, what I was about to say is, because I wanted to do a double tutorial, because we spent last week only doing lectures, so I want time where we're working on questions. We could have a look at an exam, end of semester 1 exam. I think there's an exemplar exam on Moodle. I think I uploaded a practice end of semester 1 exam. So we could get a start on doing that as our beginning of our revision. So we could see if there's a Kirchhoff in that, and we could do that one first. What do we think? Yeah. Let's open up Moodle and see if the exam's there. Let me close this now.
We have exam after the break.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, is this good or bad?